Look at all that dirt. Oh man. No, I have not been off-roading. I have not been off-roading. Oh God. I have not been off-roading. I just rode through some muddy water there in the neighborhood. I'll tell you what, you see a flag over there at San Joaquin Collision. It's pretty windy today. Come on, man. There's nobody. Oh, he's probably going straight. I'm just gonna do this. I'm not sitting there all day for that BS. I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere. I just don't want to just sit there, you know. So, man, got a couple of things to talk about. I saw in Seattle where there's too much dust in the air. I saw in Seattle where they took over 7 city blocks. Oh, geez. I saw that on the news while I was editing the last video I put up. And I'll tell you, that cracked me up. Then I saw, and I can't remember where I saw it. I think it was Facebook. They said Antifa stand. Antifa stand. Oh man, then people have, well, they ran out of food. They invited all the homeless people in. They ran out of food because all the homeless people ate all their food and contributing nothing because, I love this one too. Here's a good one. Maximum communism achieved. Mass starvation inbound or something. I don't know, man. Oh, geez, those people, they have no clue. They have absolutely no clue. I got a crick in my neck. It just, it's like, just turning my head around. It hurts like heck. Anyway, see how we're sitting in the shade of the pole here. You gotta use your environment to your advantage, right? Cool things off a little by sitting in the shade of something if you can. Anyway, I told you in the last video that I had ordered my air and oil filter from Pro Italia. And then I got home and I'm editing the video and looking at stuff online, and I saw that other thing, and then I also saw, I think it was the very next day, the package came. So we got that stuff there. I thought we would go over real quick the price. I was going to take this in tomorrow, but I texted Brent out. I say, hey, can you handle another bike in the shop tomorrow? He says, we're pretty slammed right now. I said, well, that's cool. You know, I'll bring it next week. And he's like, yeah, just we'll schedule it. I said, okay. So that's what we'll do. We'll just schedule it for next Saturday, and I'll take it in then. As long as it happens this month, I think I'm fine. And I've still got 400 miles to go. Yeah, 409.6 miles to go before I'm over my mileage, and I don't think that's going to matter anyway. Look at how dirty it is out. Unbelievable. Just filthy. Alright, I gotta look where I'm going now. Absolutely disgusting outside. And that's just in the last hour. Tell you what, I was into Tehachapi this morning and wrapping a job up, and that was nice. It was nice up there. It was a little bit on the warm side, but it wasn't miserable. and there was a good breeze. It wasn't, usually it's windy as heck in Tehachapi. That's why they have all the windmills. But man, I like this bike. It's just so good for around town stuff. I need to lose about 30 pounds and see if I can get the bike to lose about 30 pounds. It will be a lot quicker if it's not hauling my big old butt around. Big old gut's more like it. I knocked my gut because I'll tell you what, I was in the bathroom, I think a half dozen times just this afternoon alone. Nuts. I think you're nuts riding a motorcycle in this town's traffic. I think you're nuts riding a motorcycle around here. But riding a bicycle, that's just, let's just go do this. I was gonna go somewhere and I don't want to stop here. Oh man, that wind is buffeting through the buildings. Anyway, we'll go on to the house and I will show you what I got from Pro Italia. We'll check that out. Baby, let's go check that out, huh? Oh, baby. Oh. Priority mail. I do appreciate that. Yes, sir. Pro Italia Motors, 3319 North Verdugo Road in Glendale, California. And you know, that's only one N, G-L-E-N, like the name. Let's see what we got. First, as Steve Wallace would say, a stage 2. Coca-Cola. With a little bit of Jack Daniels in it. If you haven't had a Jack and Coke, they're pretty good. But what's even better is a Jack and Pepsi. Alright, let's see what we got. You know, you gotta lie to kick it. You don't have to buy my happiness, but it never hurts. Huh? Stickers. Plural. Nice. What does it say? Royal Enfield since 1901. Love it. I love it. What else do we have? Pro Italia. That'll go on the refrigerator. I was weird. I never really wanted stickers on my bike, so on the BMW I put the stickers on the insides of the Vario cases. So I still have them. I can still look at them and go, hey, that's cool. But they weren't, you know, littering the bike. A lot of guys put the stickers on the inside. I think that's alright too. It just wasn't for me, right? So what do we got? One Royal Enfield 650 twin oil filter, huge, it says huge. I believe in our orange times pronounced huge. Huge. Actually, the correct pronunciation of huge is huge with a Y. Found that out when this guy became president. Drain plug washer. Okay. They kept talking about a crush washer. I'm like, filter? Oil filter doesn't need a crush washer. We're talking about the drain plug. Duh. I know better than that. Okay. And element air filter. So, here we go. Here we go. Royal Enfield 650 twin oil filter, huge. Part number 575139/D. $18.99. That's not bad. It's not bad. That's all right. It's not great, but you know, that's not bad. Drain plug washer 899-1299, V4. Part number. Hi, Miss Kitty. 85250541A. $2.25. $2.50 for a crush washer is a bit much. I don't know about that. Oh, honestly, $18, $19 for a oil filter. I don't know, for a motorcycle oil filter. I'm used to buying BMW oil filters and Harley oil filters, so $20 for an oil filter isn't really that bad. Okay. Element air filter. Part number 576029/C. How in the heck in the wind, this much wind, how do you have flies? How is that even possible? I don't know. Get off me. I don't need friends. Okay. $19.96. Element air filter. 576029/C. Shipping. That's that priority sticker. We paid $10 even for shipping. Sold now taxable $41.20. Non-taxable total $10. I don't believe that's correct. I think you're supposed to tax shipping. You're supposed to tax freight, whatever. Sold now sales tax $4.22. Sold now subtotal $55.42. Charged to my Visa $55.42. We have not bought oil yet. We have not. We have not paid for a technician to do this thing. This is going to be, I believe, the air filter. RoyalEnfield.com. Royal Enfield, a unit of Iker Motors Limited, spare parts division. Menjapakam, Chennai, 600060. Customer care 1-800-210-0007. Email support@royalenfield.com. Made in India. I'll show you that. I don't know why I'm reading that. And there's our part number 576029/C. See that for yourself. Let's open that and see what it looks like. No, I did not go with the DNA filter. I did not go with any of the upgraded filter options, and I'm not going to yet. I will maybe do that once the pink slip is in hand. I have been working on losing weight myself. And I won't say working on. I've been taking some minor steps to lose a little bit of weight. I'm a bit overweight at 270 pounds, and I'm not. I'm down in the high 250s now. Low 260s is kind of where I hover. So I'm not up in the 270s anymore. I've already lost a little bit. but I need to keep going. I need to do more. So I think CrossFit's a little bit too much, but I might look at like yoga or that kind of thing. I don't know. Tai Chi. I liked Tai Chi. In one-handed swords. I prefer the sword they use in Tai Chi. Oh, look at this. These are just filler packing. This is the part from Royal Enfield. And this video is kind of a waste of time because so many of you have already hit these mileage points so much quicker than I did. The seal for the back, the seal for the inlet, and you can literally see light through this thing. You know, that's awesome. So there you go, one disposable air filter. I'm thinking K&N or DNA. I don't know. I like the DNA with the bracket. Stuart Fillingham showed that. Good friend informs me that he is a bit of a twat. But yeah, Stuart Fillingham showed us the DNA. I know you guys have seen that video. I liked it. I liked the filter. I like the housing. There's another filter, and I can't remember. It's another 3-letter thing, but it's like 3 metal plates that screw into the triangle holes individually. I don't care for that. The DNA has the full ring. I prefer that. I think that's a lot more solid. Even if the filter is only mildly better or mildly worse, I like that bracket a lot better. Set this off to the side. Try not to cut ourselves on the razor sharp Spyderco Delica HCR13 MOV. This has been a fantastic blade. It is made in China. I don't care for that. But if you saw my video on this blade, I'm telling you, this has been fantastic. It does not take a lot of material off of the blade in order to get a good edge back on it. And the only reason that this is as dull as it is because we got 3 pressure washers in, and they came in boxes, and they're like almost the size of the motorcycle, and I trimmed the boxes down to throw them away with this knife. So right now it's a little bit dull because of that. Now I'm not going to comment on this one way or the other, but there's our crush washer. I'll be right back. Alright, so there you go, crush washer taped to the box. You know what? I'm not going to complain. That is more economical than a separate bag with padding, and you know why. So here we go. We're going to push the tape up. Yeah, they kept saying crush washer, and I'm like, why? Oh yeah, when I finally sat down. So here we go. Did I show you this? I sure meant to. It's good to have an entertaining video. It's better if it's a little bit informative, I guess. Whatever. And there we go. Seal or C4L8. L8 it says. I don't know why. It's probably like a batch number type of thing until somebody has handwritten in the ink 7218. And there's a green mark. I don't know what that's about. Too cool. Basically an oil filter. It's not that exciting. So I will be perfectly honest, when I call the shop and I say I want to have my bike serviced, I don't want to go find this crap myself. I really don't. I was a bit incensed that I had to do this, and that's why I don't like liner locks. I prefer the spine locks, the frame locks. The liner lock, that little tab of metal slides in front of the blade and locks it. You have to, see what I just did? You have to put your finger in the line of fire. I don't like that. I actually took the tip of my thumb off a couple weeks ago. It's healed now. Anyway, so there you go. That's about what parts are going to cost you in the good old US of A. So, yeah, when I call and say, hey, I want to get my bike serviced, if you're going to buy it at that price, then you're going to charge me more, and that's whatever. Honestly, those prices are about what I would have expected if he had gone and got them and then charged me for them above and beyond whatever they charge. That's where I would have figured I would have been for that. So that's a little high, but you got to realize you're buying that out of Los Angeles. Whenever you buy anything in a major city, it's way more expensive. They've got overhead they've got to cover, employees' wages to cover the overhead of the employees' life expenditures, right? It's more expensive to be in a city. It's more expensive to live in a city. It's more expensive, you know, but then living out in the country, you've got other expenses too. So, I don't know. I don't know how much of a wash it is. I know California is one of the most expensive places you can live in the United States, so I do know that's a fact. Anyway, those prices are kind of on par with what I would expect for a BMW or a Harley Davidson. That's not what I would have figured I would be looking at for a Royal Enfield. I really am surprised how expensive those were. I have contemplated selling this bike because we don't have dealer support here anymore, and you can kind of just figure you're gonna, you know, it's costs more to own a motorcycle when you don't have dealer support. It's more of a pain in the butt. You've got to take it away to get serviced if you do have a warranty issue. I'm gonna say it, but I don't fully mean it. I've got a 3-year warranty. I got 2 more years on a 3-year warranty, unlimited mileage. That's virtually worthless to me because I bought those from a dealer. I could have bought them online, right? I could have paid a lot less. You know, if I do have a warranty issue, like the other day, I talked about the brake rotor thing has come up. It's online. Everybody knows about it. Except for the friggin' dealer. You know, the service department at the dealership doesn't have a clue. And I guarantee you, getting it down there, I'm going to have to load it in a truck. I'm going to have to drive it all the way down there. Gas is not cheap. It's still $3-something a gallon here. You know, you're driving a truck with a bike in the back that gets whatever it gets, you know, 20 miles to the gallon at best. And you're buying all that gas. And it's just, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I bought a bike that I had dealer support for. I got rid of a bike I didn't have dealer support for. That was a big deal for me. So I'm kind of ticked. And then even then, when I go, hey, I want to get it serviced, yeah, you probably should just go get those parts yourself. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If I'm buying parts for a motorcycle, why not just open my own motorcycle dealership? I don't want to do that, you know. I don't know. It's just, it aggravates me. So that being said, the problem is I really love this bike. I absolutely adore this bike. I love the way it rides. I love the way it handles. I love everything about it. I went basically to get the parts I needed to service this. I went with the most expensive part, the most expensive venue for gathering those parts, as just for the ease of it. And they're still, they're right at, they're coming up to the prices of the more expensive bikes. So, and I have had to price a couple of parts for this. I have had to price a couple of parts for it. They're not that expensive. There are some things that aggravate me. The taillight is wrong. In North America, almost every vehicle has a particular taillight. The taillight that goes in this bike is the same shape. It's got the same pins. The contacts for the brake and the running light are reversed, compared to that light that's in every Ford, Toyota, before 2001, whatever, right? So I can go to any auto parts store and buy a taillight that will fit that hole. If I take that taillight out, ask me how I know. I know because I did. If I take that taillight out and I take it to an auto parts store, they've all got it in stock. They've got dozens and dozens of them. They've got dozens and dozens of them. They'll pull out a light that will fit that hole. It's reversed. I went through and I pulled the pins on the deal and I put them back in, and I reversed the wires. So now this takes the light that goes in the Ford taillights and the Toyota taillights and the Chevy taillights from before 2001. The thing is I broke it, so I had to remove the quick connect. That aggravated the heck out of me. I had to remove the quick connect and do butt splices. I don't really care for that, but that's where we're at. So, but it's wired in permanently now, and I can use the taillight out of anything. And the only reason I did that, I would have ordered the correct taillight. The only reason I did that is when I called, and I believe it was the same dealership. When I called them and asked them, the only thing they could get me a part number was for the entire taillight assembly. And granted, it was like 30 bucks or something. It was cheap, but right's right and wrong's wrong, man. I'll light that bike on fire and turn it into the insurance before I buy an entire taillight assembly because I need a taillight bulb, And if we're gonna get that obnoxious, I'm not gonna light my bike on fire. I'm kidding about that. But what I would do is order the entire taillight assembly, take the bulb out, put it in mine, and then return it and go, that's not right. Or I didn't need it after all, whatever, make up an excuse. Anyway, I will get this in next week. We will have it serviced. I'm not going to do that myself. I just don't want to do it. And it's not a matter of being unable to do it. I can totally do it. I read the line item thing. It's not that bad. I can totally do it. The problem is I fix things all day, every day. I go to work and I fix things, and I don't want to come home and fix things. I just don't want to do it. And I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, there you go. That's what's up. I went way longer than I wanted to. I'm going to edit this way down, I hope. Hope you guys have a good one. I will revisit this on not the next video, but I will revisit this when we do get the service done. I'll go over the cost of that, the cost of this, and just kind of cover what does it cost to own one of these. So, alright, it's been a long day. Guys, I'm going to go grab something to eat, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one.